Hey friends, I have some other videos planned coming up here in the next several weeks, but I just wanted to hop on here for a really quick video of the new proofreading feature in Dorico Pro 6. This would have come in so handy back when I was in grad school writing these pieces for, large chamber ensemble or, just any ensemble really. And so today I'm just going to show you really quickly how this works. And I don't understand, I'm not like fully versed in exactly how it works, but I do know a few things about it. And so I want to show you a piece that I just finished engraving. I didn't engrave it. I've not finished engraving the actual printed copy, but here we are in Dorico. This is my piece, A Day in Monroe County for Viola and Piano. And, uh, it needs some work as far as the layout, but the proofreading feature in here in Dorico is right here on the right-hand panel. If you click this little button for proofreading at the bottom, you can see it says 4. It's got 4 suggestions for me. Now, my understanding of this tool is that what it does is whenever you're idle, whenever you're not moving your mouse or doing anything in the software, it will go back through and look over the score to see if there's anything that looks weird, like maybe you have a repeated dynamic. For example, that's most of the ones that I have up here. So when you're checking parts, when you're checking your score, whatever the case may be, this feature just seems like it would be a lifesaver for a lot of people because, when you know that when you're in the weeds with a score and you've been putting notes in, you've been working on the engraving layout, all this kind of stuff, you have like a million things on your mind. And sometimes you are blind to the things that you need to fix. That, again, they might be redundancies. It might be that I don't know, like it's trained on a lot of different things. And I'm not sure if it's like technically an AI, but it is similar to AI in that it's working in the background and it's just kind of checking your score to make sure that there's nothing weird. Now, this is not a replacement for going through your score yourself. I'd still recommend printing it out and going through it with a fine-tooth comb to see if there's anything that's fishy. But this is just great to have another set of eyes to kind of help you catch things. Like I said, the repeated dynamics thing is a big issue because I feel like when I was engraving this piece, I had an old Sibelius file that I was going off of, a printed copy of the score. And I still found all of these weird issues with the score, even though I thought at the time that I'd done a pretty good job of engraving this piece. And so I found some of the things on my own, but the proofreading feature found some as well. So I'm going to show you how this works here on the right-hand side panel. It's telling me that there's some repeated dynamics. First of all, you can select the different categories of things you want to look for. You can select none or select all. I currently have all selected. So let's select all. I don't know why it's not going away. That's strange. I only have one flow in my piece, but if you have more than one flow, you could select them here. But if I just click this, see, it's going to go to where there's a repeated dynamic. So what it's doing is I have this dynamic up here in the high right-hand part of the piano, and it's telling me that I have it repeated down here. Really what I'm doing is I'm just trying to differentiate between the dynamic down in the kind of harmonic accompaniment versus the sort of, the little decorative figures up in the top right-hand part. And so you can resolve this, if you were to delete this dynamic, then it will go away in the sidebar. Now, you may just want to keep it there. For example, I think that it's important for my pianist to see that these are just very quiet, ornamental gestures in the right hand. And so I've got them on 3 Ps and then back to mezzo piano for the harmonic accompaniment part. Now, this is probably still a little bit over the top because, you could just write, sim after those first dynamics just so that they know to keep playing it that way. I don't know. I think I was just being a little OCD about this. But if I click this one, it will tell me, yeah, this dynamic is repeated. So you could resolve that. Now, you could also just say, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can click to turn this off just to say, like, okay, proofreading is complete. Like if you've decided not to not to resolve these the way that Dorico wants you to, then that's fine. You can just say that it's complete after you've checked everything. This one is weird. Viola gradually increased vibrato technique is repeated. I have this gradually increased vibrato here after this harmonic. The only other time that gradually increased vibrato is mentioned in the score is way at the beginning. So if I were to delete that, for example, then see it goes away. So there are some things about this, some quirks that are a little bit strange because that obviously, that's just for this section. But Dorico is saying, oh, this looks fishy. You might want to check it. Again, it may not be perfect, but it's giving me little suggestions that help me to make my score better and help me to catch things that I might not catch on my own. So super, super time saver. Check it out, Dorico Pro 6. I don't have a special link for it or anything. I just think you should go check it out. I'll put a link to the Dorico product page in the description. So yeah, y'all have a great week.